Kilimanjaro, back at it again. I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. Ali Chin, in the building.
Thank you very much for having me on your podcast today, boys. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, do you like the setup?
I do, a little bit. It's just one phone.
What did you call it? The jungle setup?
Yeah, the jungle
selfie
setup,
camera, and we're ready to go.
So people wouldn't know that.
So this proves you can start a YouTube channel from just having one phone.
Literally. From anything.
Some editing software, like me, like I started.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Like, what do you use to edit, by the way?
I mean, nothing fancy. I will say Adobe Premiere Elements. So not the actual Adobe Premiere, the Elements version, innit? So that's like the toned down version, isn't it?
I use something called Filmora 9, which is quality. Like, there's Filmora 10, but I'll stick to Filmora 9 because I'm not looking into Filmora 10 and all that research and doing new stuff again. So I'll just stick to what I know.
Yeah, there's even more things to just pick up in it, because when you start a YouTube channel, you're like, what the fuck do I even do?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you've seen so many people do it online, and you see the highlight reel, right? So you see the people who've made it. You never really go to people with under 100k subscribers.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so it's
unless
like,
you've got your own YouTube channel.
Exactly.
And then we find other small YouTube channels like ours and try to grow them.
Yeah.
So,
but then you realize, like, you know, those people who started YouTube channels when you were in primary school, secondary school, and that, and we used to kind of laugh at them a little bit, maybe make fun of them a little bit. And now we're in their position. We're like, fuck, these guys were underrated, you know. Yeah. Their work rate must have been mad for nothing.
The thing is, if they kept sticking, because a lot of them just gave up, innit? If they stuck to it, like by now they could have been going places.
Yeah, I mean, it's the compound effect, but like back then when you have that much judgment, and
obviously,
you know, you're perceiving everything at a young age, right? Like everything.
All my friends now even are like, on my laptop I've got a whole YouTube folder. So I've got all the music, all the memes, all my thumbnails, my thumbnail templates, everything. And people don't actually see that when you actually have a YouTube channel. You have to like have so much, like obviously the editing software. You got to like invest. I've got like 3 cameras, 3 tripods, mics for my podcast.
Oh, do you? We didn't even know. You should do that.
Yeah. So I've got mics when
probably
I film.
Missed the buck on that.
Mics when I film my challenges. I've got try to get as much equipment as I can. I've got obviously like 20 footballs.
Yeah, of course.
And I've got like cones. I've got everything, like top bins things.
Yeah.
Make sure you go check out the top bin I whacked in my last few challenges. So hopefully that can be up there somewhere if I look up there. So yeah, right there.
Yeah, CJ will put it somewhere.
Hopefully. It's called the Top Bins Challenge.
Top Bins
Challenge. So you'll be able to find it. Just type in Ali Chin.
Ali Chin
Top
Football.
Bins. You find it. Ali Chin Football. Remember that. Subscribe.
Just give a brief introduction about your channel for anyone who doesn't know what it is.
So yeah, I started July 2020.
We all know when that was.
Yeah, it was the height of COVID. So I wasn't. So I live with someone that's vulnerable, and I wasn't allowed to play football for my team, Kodak. So shout out Kodak, because obviously when you play football, you sweat and you breathe, and like you get really close to people. So I took the decision not to play. I started a YouTube channel. The first ever upload was 12th of July 2020. I remember that. And it was an outside around the world tutorial. I only started because I was trying to find things to do. I was on furlough. It all escalated from there, and now I'm here on this podcast with you guys.
But that's kind of what happens, isn't it? You just start fucking around with something, and you're like, if I take this somewhere, then it could go somewhere, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But you don't really know if you're gonna get any return on investment.
Yeah, when I first started,
but because we were on furlough and stuff, we felt like, we're taking it easy anyway, so we might as well take a punt.
When I first started, I was just like, I've got no aims for this. I'm just gonna make videos with my friends, my teammates, that like just to keep a bit of sharpness in my game. Like just shooting and using my weak foot and crossing, and then challenge after challenge after challenge. I've now got many challenges on my channel and series. I've been podcasting, quizzes, my new quiz shows. Yeah, man, it's just a bit of laugh, bit of fun. And
the forfeits are nasty as well on those quiz shows.
So. You want to have to come on that and shout out Richard Ajayi. He struggled with the lemon and Marmite one on the challenge on the forfeit quiz. So that was a little bit peak, but we move on, innit? We move on.
But it's crazy how you have so much variety, but you started trying to supplement your football skills, right? You were trying to help yourself out because you couldn't really play. But before you started all the YouTube stuff, you were at this team called Kodak. So
Yeah.
how did you get into playing for teams
How did I
and
get
stuff
into playing for teams?
outside of school or whatever?
I've been playing. The earliest memory of football for me
Yeah.
was playing football at like 7 in year 3.
Yeah.
I remember I scored a goal and then I celebrated, and that's the earliest memory. I started playing football probably around year 2, year 3, and playing for teams outside of school, playing for teams in school. I was lucky enough to go to a private school where you had games every week, training every week.
Yeah.
And then you just enjoy football. You play football with your friends at break time. You play football in training. You
Always,
play games
innit?
against schools.
Literally.
And then by year 4, year 5, I was playing consistently at least 3 or 4 times a week. And then playing for different teams. Shout out Pinstars, shout out Parkfield and St Joe's in my youth teams. And then
A lot of shout-outs, man.
I trained at.
Come
I
on,
trained
man.
at.
A lot of shout outs.
He's putting everyone up.
A lot of
You know,
shout-outs.
he's more than me. You know,
You
so
gotta do it, you
I
gotta
do
do
so
it.
many
You gotta do it
shout
for
outs,
your
so
friends,
don't
you
even
gotta do it
worry
for your
about it.
teams, you know what I'm
Honestly.
saying?
But yeah, I actually had a few training sessions at Parkfield. You know.
Oh, really?
What's your position, by the way?
So it's debatable. At the moment, I'm playing centre back.
Yeah.
I can play DM. I can just about play full back, but running is a bit of an issue for me. No, I'm only joking. But
Yeah.
I call myself a technical player. I can use both feet. At the moment, for my team, I take corners, free kicks, long throws.
Yeah.
Centre back, so it's a lot of like going up and then seeing if they score. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go back now. But got a couple assists this season from centre half. Create a few chances a game. So life's good. Life's good at the moment.
Yeah, that reminds me of like FIFA. You know when you do all the tactics and you assign a player to do like the throw-ins and everything. Is that you?
That's me, man. I've
That's
got
you,
a good wicked free kick. I had a free kick the other couple of weeks ago. I was about to outswinger with my right foot. And the wall was blocking it.
You can tell he's proud of it, right?
So yeah, it was proud. You can go check that out on my Instagram. Yeah, at Ali Chin Football. Yeah, so I took it with my left, and one of my teammates ran offside, and it went in, but he was offside. So that could be my first goal for Kodak, but it wasn't meant to be that day. But we move on.
We move on, man. We all have our dark days. You must have had some dark days, huh?
Yeah,
you were in
man.
isolation recently.
Yeah, man.
So was I. I had COVID as well.
Yeah, man.
It was peak.
We all just catch it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's not even that peak.
It's not that peak.
But yeah, back onto positions.
Yeah.
I'm sure that a lot of people can relate when they were playing football in the field or in their little playground where there's like those, I guess, metal fences.
Metal fences.
Yeah, you know metal fences and you
in
put
the
the goals
cage.
there. Yeah, the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
cages,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And one time I remember I was playing striker, right? It was first time I was playing striker, so I was gassed. I was like, this is glory times for me. I'm Thierry Henry at this point, right? So I'm running up to the thing, yeah? About to shoot, I completely missed the ball and I hit my eyebrow. And this is the first time I needed to go to hospital for stitches or whatever.
I was in year 5. I dislocated
But
my
mate,
toe.
yeah.
Playing football. When I was 18, I'd done my ligaments in my ankle.
Yeah.
I went up for a header, I got pushed in mid-air, and my ankle just went, and I heard a click, and I was out for about 6 months. Didn't play football for obviously those 6 months, and then I went to uni, and then I was still kind of injured. I didn't play football. Then I just for 3 years. Then I joined Kodak in March 2019.
Yeah.
And then man, from there we've just been playing.
You get so many injuries playing this amazing sport.
Literally,
Yeah.
man.
By the way, what team do you support?
I support Man United.
Yeah.
So he's gassed, but right now
Come
you guys aren't doing well apparently.
Yeah, I mean,
We won last night.
I support Arsenal, so you guys can ridicule me all you want.
ridicule
I don't know when this is going up, but last night we played Villa. It was not great.
Yeah, we'll put the
Ralph Ragnick is not doing well. Rashford's having a shocking season. But yeah, it's a madness right now.
Hopefully we bounce back in.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, fam.
Hopefully you don't. Illuminati team in that, bro.
I thought Arteta would be the first one to go, to be honest. But Arteta's the last one remaining. There was Lampard, who was ex-player, Solskjaer, ex-player.
Yeah.
Then there's Arteta, and now he's staying. He's doing quite well, but they need a striker, so
Badly. Yeah, man. Aubameyang just fell off the map, bro.
He's at AFCON at the minute. With
Don't know where he
Gabon,
went.
mate.
Maybe he's a little bit too old. Well, I heard about that Lambo. So he was driving a Lambo apparently or
Did
something.
he?
On the field.
He's very
in the
flashy
Emirates?
with his cars.
Wait, brought a Lambo to Emirates.
Yeah, apparently that's why he got the captain ban taken away from him.
But
That's
Arsenal,
the reason.
Apparently.
Arsenal,
But they're keeping that on the wraps, innit?
But how do you know that then?
Because you know the Shade Borough.
Informant.
You know the Shade Borough, bro. They're everywhere. They have eyes everywhere.
Flipping knees, fam.
But yeah, nah. Did you play football at all or anything?
Of course, man. When I was younger, I usually, you know how everyone wants to be a striker, innit?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I was literally
I
that.
literally just.
But nah,
yeah.
but mostly I was like a midfielder for some time. Then I was like, then I had like a goalkeeping phase, and then
So I had a goalkeeping phase as well. When I was in year 9, I got bored of playing outfield. So, but when I went to year 10, I went to being like the shortest player in the team to become a keeper.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just enjoyed my football playing in goal because you literally just bring yourself around. And then after year 11, I just went back to DM, and then man, I stuck to that position ever since.
Yeah, that's mad. Like when you're a goalkeeper though, like I feel like most people are pushed into that position when they're young, innit? So for me, I was not a confident kid at all. Year 7 came around, right? And they were like, "Oh, what position are you playing in?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Okay, you're gonna play in goal. So I was forced to go and goal, and then I slowly went to defense, midfield, strike, played for the school teams. Then I realized I was wet, so I stopped.
In the school teams, I started off as a winger.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. I ain't got no pace. Like no pace. And then that was like year 3 or 4. Year 5, I moved to strike. Year 5 and 6, I moved to striker. Year 7, back to winger. Year 8, back to winger. Then year 9, I moved to fullback, and then obviously year 10, keeper. Then year 11, I became like a solid DM / centre back, and then ever since then, I've been that guy at the back shouting orders, like losing my voice after the game, as my team.
But those people are the best. Like even when you're playing Power League or anything, if you have someone who's shouting, telling you what to do, it helps a lot.
Yeah, man. I remember my old Power League team, man.
Yeah, what happened?
We lost every match, man. I think we only won
lost
one
every
match.
game.
Yeah, we only won one match.
Imagine you have to pay like a fee as well to start those tournaments. You know?
Now, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? The one match we won, I remember it was on opposite day. No joke, is it?
What do you mean it was on opposit day?
Oh, it was on opposite day, man.
So you had a losing streak, but you actually won.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you lost, but you actually won.
Yeah.
No. Basically,
you won the game.
We won. Yeah, so
and it counted
normally,
as a
right?
loss.
No. Normally, right?
All right.
We always lose, right? We always lose. But for some reason, on this day, I think it was like opposite day or something like that, innit? I don't know officially.
Opposite day.
Yeah, I
When
don't know.
is this day? I've never heard of it.
I don't know. It was no.
Like,
It was
maybe in primary
I
school.
don't know. It was. I don't know if it was opposite day or some other day or some other day which.
The rules were different.
Yeah. I don't know, but no. The rules weren't different. The rules were the same because no one. They're not going to be like, it's opposite day, so you can't. No.
Yeah.
But it was something to do with like opposite or something like that. But yeah, that's the day we actually won. We managed to actually win.
Yeah.
And that was the only time we ever won.
That's kind of mad.
And that just shows how shit we are as a team. How backwards we are as a team.
I can't stand Power League leagues because like those kind of leagues. Like, if you go with your mates, it's obviously calm because like.
But that's what you do it with, innit? You do it with mates. People don't take it
But
seriously.
then if you
so
go to a
like
league, you just get mashed up. Like your ankles are like hanging off, your knees are gone by the end. I'm just like, nah. I'm quite injury prone, so I'm just like, no to Power League kind of league, goals leagues, and any of that.
Oh
so
yeah,
that's not me. That's not for me, man.
You prefer more organisation than that from the actual leagues.
Oh yeah, but like I find like those kind of 5-a-side leagues really aggressive as well.
Yeah, it's like cage football.
Yeah, you don't wear shin pads as well, and I'm like, nah, it's not for me, man.
Yeah, some people take it. Some people get vexed, you know.
Yeah.
One team we played, they were all just vexed. Like I remember, they must like sometimes. Let's say we tackle one of them or something, they'll just go and push you and that. And
and it's the short guys as well, you know.
Nah, but one of them was tall, innit? Yeah. One of them was tall Donny, innit? But when you're going, I was going to take a free kick, innit? One man just comes up to me like this.
Yeah. They get vexed though. These guys get vexed.
I'm like, bro, calm down.
So yeah, I can see why you don't want to do that, but I guess away from football, because obviously that's a strong passion of yours.
Yeah.
But how was school in that for you? Like, how did you find it?
Growing up, school was like wicked. As I said,
did you enjoy it?
I was lucky to go to a private school. Like big up my parents.
Yeah.
For that, mumsy, dad, I love you.
Yeah.
Big them up.
Come on, shout out.
Come on.
Shout out the family, man.
But yeah, I love sport. I played some music in school. Like, I learned the drums. I learned piano. Then in school I played like football, rugby, cricket, badminton, hockey.
Yeah.
Man. And then I moved to secondary school, and then at secondary school was where I proper took football seriously. We played 2 games a week, so one on a Wednesday and then Saturday as well. So Saturday morning you have to go to school in your school uniform, and then have your kit in your bag, so you felt like pro players, like dressing up in a suit, and then having your headphones on and going to our away games used to be like in like London, East London, away games that was, and then we used to play obviously there, And then I went to, in year 10, I think it was, I went to South Africa for a football tour. And that was incredible. That was like a incredible experience. Obviously, you're all with all your mates in school, so it's like one of the best trips I've ever had, really. We played 4 games, went sightseeing. That was about 2 years after the World Cup in 2010, so we went 2012. We went to visit the stadiums. We went to like sightseeing safari, like mountains.
That's mad.
On a boat to see like Seal Island, which was quality as well. So yeah, like my school experience was wicked, man. Like, it was wicked.
man. I wish I went on more of those school trips, you know.
Bro, we didn't have many school. I mean,
I think we had like Paris optional.
That was the only abroad.
So I went to a prep school up to year 8, and then when we left in year 8, we had a trip to Italy. So we were camping and staying in tents, and then
we didn't get that shit. They probably took us to like Lane Activity Centre in Wales next to
like PGL.
Yeah,
it was wicked though. Like the trips was pretty good. We went like whitewater rafting. You could literally see the salmon in the river when you jumped in the river. So it was wicked. Like my school life, I miss school, to be fair. I had a great school life, really, and I just
it definitely sounds like it.
Appreciate it.
Like I wish I saw those kind of things in school, but I don't know. Like, did you enjoy the academic side of it?
I say enjoy, not really. I was all right academically, like more towards like middle to like the bottom.
Because you took a lot of extracurricular activities, right? So
it was tough.
It shows where your passion was, and I guess maybe your parents like contributed to that.
Like I appreciate, like my parents obviously sent me to the private school. But the work was tough because I remember like in year 8 we were doing, because to get into your next school, like you have to leave at year 8. So to get into your next school, you were doing like year 9, year 10 work in year 8, and year 6 we're doing year 7, year 8
because private schools, the standards are higher. For education, like you get kicked out if you don't get the right.
It was tough. It was very tough, but then you just get through it. And then the day I found out I was going to the school I wanted to go to, like it was just great, man. Like I was so happy, and my parents were happy too, because obviously I worked hard for that. And I managed to get into the school, and I really want to go to that school, the secondary school, because they do 2 terms of football, 2 games a week. So imagine from September to March and 2 games a week. And how many games is that for? Especially if you're a kid.
That is something, isn't it?
Quality.
And it's similar, I guess. The only similar experience I have to you in terms of sporting and your school kind of supplying that opportunity is when I was in 6th form. So I went to a school in like a sports college. I'm not even going to say what it is. But, the similar experience is basically when I was part of the sports college part of it. So you had to get in, you had to do like some bleep test or something like that. I obviously hated that because running isn't my strong suit right now either, funnily enough. You can see that on Umi's episode where I look fat shit like an uncle, right? And since that episode I've been going gym, so wait to see the transformation, I guess.
You should do like a transformation video.
No, that's what we'll probably do, because obviously clickbait and all of that.
You know.
I'll ask you for some tips for clickbait and stuff.
You ask for some tips, alright?
Yeah, man, because you've been doing it for a while. You're a veteran compared to us, bro.
I'm a veteran.
You're a vet.
How long have you been doing it?
You're a vet. Big yourself up.
Well, we've been doing it for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it for?
A few months.
Yeah, a few months.
Nah, really?
Yeah.
And you got what, 100 and something? That's not bad. Like in the first, I think 5-6 months.
It's slow though.
I only had 100 subscribers, and now I'm on 807. That's mad. I know the exact number. And I have 140 videos.
You know he's on the YouTube studio all the time.
140 videos, 807 subscribers.
Yeah.
I know my facts.
He knows his facts.
He knows his facts.
But
in 6th form we got the opportunity to go to the Grove, so it's like a really nice golf course. Because we were pretty good at. Well, obviously golf, right? I've been playing.
It's a sports school you went to, right?
4 years old. Yeah.
I was about to say the name there.
Yeah. So only 4 people got in, and we used to get that for free twice a week. So when you're saying, "Oh yeah, I had all of these matches that I could play, and I had this big opportunity to get coached by the right people, etc., etc." Like we had the head pro over there, and he coaches some of the PGA pros. So back then it was a huge opportunity. So
when I was in year 8, one of our coaches, he had 3 appearances for England under 21s. So that was obviously, you try to get the ball off him, and you can't, because obviously you're a kid. Even now when I'm coaching my kids, you literally just do like L turn after L turn after L turn, and they're like like that. They're like looking down and can't get the ball. And it's so funny, but it was a great experience.
I feel like that's the most proud moment a PE teacher can have, innit?
What, skilling up a
Like
kid?
when they're skilling up all of the kids and they can't get the ball.
Yeah.
Impossible. There's 5 on you, but no one can get the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know who the best of that? RG, yeah? He's been on my podcast. Shout out RG. He's been on my podcast. But he's the best at that, at working with kids and coaching kids.
Yeah.
Quality. He plays for Kodak as well.
Yeah, I think even Richard coaches as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's
Yeah,
a
he does.
PE teacher
He's a sports coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a sports coach.
So is that how you met those guys? Because that's why we know you in the first place.
Richard? Oh no, I
We've
met
seen no more
Richard.
clothing, guys.
Yeah. Shout
But
out.
like, check them out. They're onto some big stuff. I think they're looking for people to come through.
So how did I meet Richard? I met Richard through. Oh yeah, he played for Kodak for one game when we needed some players.
Yeah.
This was like in a friendly match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met him through there. Obviously, I was doing my YouTube thing back then, filming that at the time.
Oh yeah, you're already doing it. Yeah.
And then I asked him, "Oh, can I take a photo of you for that? The lineup graphics?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, what's this for?" He's like, "Oh, it's my YouTube channel." He's like, and then we just started talking.
Yeah.
And like he said, "Can I have highlights?" I was like, "Yeah, you can have some highlights." Like normally, he said he paid highlights like £30. I gave him £5, so it doesn't take me that long. It takes me about half an hour to go through the game and then literally get his highlights.
Yeah.
And then I did a podcast with him about his football semi-pro career.
Yeah.
And then he's recently been on my channel for 2 videos, the forfeit quiz, which you can check out on my channel, and oh no, what's the other video? Have I just forgotten? Oh yeah, Liar, the game called Liar.
Come on, he doesn't forget.
The game called Liar.
He was just pretending, innit? Come on.
The game called Liar. So yeah, he's been on 3 videos, and he wants a rematch against, again, shout out Warren. He's been on my channel a lot. So yeah, he wants to rematch against Warren in another quiz with forfeit, with even worse forfeits this time. So yeah, man, that's how we met, and I say we're pretty good buddies now.
Yeah, man.
Quality.
No, it's crazy. Like even some of the people that we've got on, right? Like we've had Ami on for a couple of episodes now, and we did like a studio behind the scenes kind of thing, and we just created a friendship out of nowhere, basically.
Yeah.
Like one time she stepped on my shoe in a club.
Really?
That's that's the only memory I have. And then like we've taken that past because she obviously has a YouTube channel as well, and yeah, man, you just develop it quickly. I think with COVID, we kind of use this as a way to keep our social vibe going.
So I started my so obviously I got a personal account which is private, and I got my Asian football account which is like open to like YouTube and stuff. So before I didn't have that Instagram account, so I started that, and then that's where my subscribers like gained a lot of like traction, because that's where I get my subscribers from. I'll post and then I'll message people will message me here and there. So yeah, man, like I've got I think 1.8k on my Instagram at the minute, 807 subs. So the numbers are obviously, it's still small time.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get to 1k.
They're good numbers though.
Yeah, it's all right. Hopefully, like, but it's just you got to enjoy it, innit? And obviously on camera, like when I was filming the quizzes and stuff like that, when you're filming challenges, you forget. Obviously, you talk to the camera.
But you forget.
You
half
forget
the
the camera's there.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, because like you remember at the end, oh, we're actually filming a video, and you look back at it, and in the forfeit quiz I did with Richard and Warren, I'm literally just laughing my head off. Yeah. And obviously, I just forget that the camera is there.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing.
Yeah, and I feel like it is a little bit different with a podcast though.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to, you want to kind of portray yourself as this kind of, you know, semi-intelligent kind of person with a little bit of sense of humor, right?
But with me, you'll see me the same now as I am with my friends. Like I'm not putting no persona on. Obviously, like when you film a video and you score a banger, you got to celebrate.
No, we can tell, bro. Like, listen, I've seen a couple of your videos.
Yeah.
So like, I think everyone we've had on so far is kind of just trying to be themselves as much as possible.
Yeah.
Which I think is good, because
they
on
subscribe
YouTube,
to you,
as
innit?
you know, exactly. On YouTube, people just paint a false facade of themselves in it, or self-development channels try and post themselves as like the finished article, and it's not that. And when you guys watch this shit, we want you to kind of go on your own journeys, however intricate they might be compared to ours.
You're
if they're
swearing
completely
on your channel,
unrelated
so I bleep
to
out all
football.
the swear words.
We used to do that,
but I can't be asked to.
You can't be bothered.
Bro, it's too
You
much
just need to make sure you don't swear on it, really.
But this is
No,
this guy, man.
I don't.
He's done it a
really-
lot.
Yeah,
I've clocked. If you when you come on my channel, no swearing.
yeah. I
Trust
mean,
me.
you might have to bleep it out.
It'll just be in the outtakes. You're just going beep 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 beep. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that, to be honest. Like, I don't really feel that swearing has to be something that's frowned upon necessarily.
Yeah, I know.
But I am definitely trying to cut that down.
Because if you I coach kids as well.
Yeah.
So if they actually find the content I make, which will be obviously I can't tell them that I make the content, but if they actually stumble upon it, and if they see me swearing,
well, it's for a different audience, right?
Yeah.
So this is our channel. We can be exactly
I'm not there. Obviously, I'm not
it.
cussing it, but
on
my
your channel, obviously, I'll try and keep it prim and proper.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
I wear a suit when I come on your channel.
Whoa, we're not that formal. We're not Asian football. We're not
Polo?
Huh?
Polo shirt?
If you want a top hat or something.
No, but definitely that's another thing that we're gonna work on, and we'll obviously talk about that in our Killy Talks episodes, which you can go and see. We have like 5-6 out now. At this point, too many.
I
got a question for you guys. Yeah. Why is it called? Why is your podcast called the Kilimanjaro Podcast?
You can.
It's pretty simple, to be honest. Like, I was thinking of obviously self-development. You're trying to level up, and I was like, okay, this concept is so moist, but it makes sense, right? You are climbing a mountain.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where the mountain comes from.
Hopefully.
Then my family, my dad, he's actually from Tanzania.
Okay.
And the biggest mountain in Tanzania is?
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
So that's where it's birthed from. And then we were working with a graphic designer. She came up with the concept of it's all in the journey. So that's kind of where we started it. And now we're kind of just taking people like yourself and then obviously other side hustlers / entrepreneurs. I guess you can class yourself as a side hustler now because you do have this YouTube
I try my best.
But where do you want to take it next, bro?
My YouTube channel. About that? Yeah.
Not even necessarily your YouTube channel, but stuff around the YouTube channel.
Stuff around my YouTube channel.
Because I guess that's where our head's at now.
Yeah. So at the minute, I'm a TA in a school.
Yeah.
And I'm a sports coach for a coaching company. I've been doing that since I left uni, since 2018. At the moment, for the coaching company, I do after school clubs, some lunch clubs, and I do like an elite academy for kids, and I'm the goalkeeper coach at that in that session. So I went for the interview, and it was like he saw I had goalkeeper coaching on there. He was like, "Our goalkeeper coach has just left. Would you like to become goalkeeper coach?" I was like, "Yeah, if it's extra hours." So on Wednesdays I leave at 7:45, get home at 8 p.m. So it's a long day, but I enjoy it. So again, that's the most important thing. I love my job.
What it is that it's just surrounding everything around your passion.
Yeah.
So that you're always around it and everything you can see is basically football for you. And we think that if we're surrounded by our passions, like we always say on this podcast, you will probably be happier. And
probably, it's guaranteed you'll be happier.
If you guys watch my content, like you'll be able to see that when I do a challenge, I'm having like the time of my life. When I'm doing a podcast, I'm really enjoying. Although I
would actually be really up for doing a football challenge.
Yeah, man. Like when it's not as cold and wet.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
That's why the challenge I've kind of stopped on my channel at the minute.
I mean, by the time this comes out, mate.
Maybe you have these guys on my channel doing a challenge at some point, and it's very close to where we live. So
funny enough.
I'm not saying where I live on here, but we move on.
No, we're gonna bait out your address right there.
No,
door number.
Don't do that. Don't do that. My family will be fuming.
Literally.
Yeah, no, me too. To be fair, before this podcast started, I never invited anyone home.
Really?
Ever. And I have like friends who I've gone to their houses. Obviously, known them for like X amount of years, but because I'm in an Asian household, and before we were living with 10 people. It's kind of very hard to be comfortable, and then bringing people around. So I guess now I'm an adult, like it's very different. But like when I was a kid, I never brought people home.
I did, but like it was like close friends of mine. I wouldn't invite like just like the whole class. Yeah, no,
of course.
It would be like my very close friends. Like my parents would contact their parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just my close mates. And shout out, I'm gonna do another shout out. Yeah.
No, it's cool.
My boy Chex. He's come to my house. We played football in the house with a softball. I've known him since I was about 7 years old.
Bro, those softball motors were crazy. Me and my brother beat each other up over that shit,
I'm gonna send clips of this to people that I've literally shouted out. So I'm gonna be sending. Hopefully, you guys will get more views and more subs by me shouting out their people, because then I'm gonna send clips to them.
Yeah, man.
I shouted you lot on this podcast. Go check it out. And I'm on it. I'm the main attraction, isn't it?
I'm only joking. That's why you're here, bro.
I'm only joking. I'm just taking.
But no, we actually wanted to learn a bit from you. That's why we brought you on.
Okay.
That's one of the main reasons, and also because you're doing the same thing as well.
So what do you want to know?
Bro, like we've already asked majority of the YouTube questions.
So the clickbait one. You said the clickbait one.
Yeah. How do you title your videos?
So what I used to do, I used to title it Top Bins Challenge featuring whoever it was.
Yeah.
But now, for my last Top Bins Challenge, for example, the thumbnail but it's very important. Who am I? What's that guy Anthony Joshua fought? Usyk. Me very Phil. You see that one? Yeah. But like the thumbnail is very important. The title is very, very important as well. So for the thumbnail, I just put for the last few videos, it was quizzes, right? Yeah. So it's just me, Richard, and Warren just laughing, and then you title it whatever. But then I think for the forfeit quiz, I didn't just write the forfeit quiz. I wrote like, what was it that I wrote? The funny forfeit eating reactions. So obviously then I want to see the funny forfeit eating reaction. Top bin challenge was like a top bin achieved with like so many exclamation marks. One of the Kodak games was. So
you're trying to relate it more towards actually in the video
what's happened.
What is the video?
It's like football match gone wrong. Like, oh my god, what's actually gone wrong?
Yeah.
And obviously like the biggest YouTubers do it. So I'm not trying to be like them, but you'll get traction from that, and you'll get extra viewers from what actually happened here, what actually happened there. So yeah, man, that's how I do. And then for my Instagram, when a video is coming out, for example, I'll post around it. People try and get people to like, he's got a video coming out. I'm gonna tune in. All the Kodak guys know Monday 5 p.m, Thursday 5 p.m. Be there on my channel, Ali Chin Football.
So, just covering all your bases, really, innit?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, if you find similar channels to you, you see how they do things, and you try and like replicate.
Exactly.
But I didn't touch upon a point that you actually mentioned, where you're a sports coach, so you do that on the side. So that's another way of making income.
Yeah.
Now what we try and do is obviously talk about side hustling and stuff, and that's around your passion. That's perfect. That's actually what CJ is trying to do now. He's trying to. What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm making a beats page. Well, I've already made it, but I'm just trying to scale it up. Like selling beats. From there, it's gonna be
selling beats.
Yeah, selling beats.
Like instrumentals.
Instrumentals. Yeah. From there, it's gonna be like other services like mixing and mastering, just
coaching sessions as well. No?
I mean, eventually I probably do go into that as well. But yeah, like I've got I have another channel. That's why at the moment I'm paying more attention to that channel than this. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah.
I can't be saying that on this channel.
Listen, man, who's gonna stop me, man? Who's gonna stop me?
No, this is my baby, innit? I'll carry it forward. But
yeah, no, my channel's doing good, and like it's getting up there.
Got a decent amount of subs.
Yeah, I'm on like I think like 604 now or something.
Nice.
Yeah, man. No, it's increased in the last like couple months, innit?
Yeah, just random.
Basically, if you have a beats page, and you see Tupac, you make sure you make a beat because those videos get views. But
one of my mates does he does like a beat breakdown on how to make beats. I was watching it last night. Shout out! Sorry, I got to do it again. Mr. Jimmer. He's got a quality page, so go check that out, Mr. Jimmer.
I think you should definitely check it out.
Maybe. Yeah, no, those types of videos are good. They get a lot of traction in it. People like to see how like the beat is made and that.
Yeah,
it's quality. He's got like a.
Well, that's all over TikTok now, right? It's all like how-tos and tutorials on that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure when we started our YouTube channels, all of us, that we saw a load of people getting on TikTok, and I'm sure we and ahed about it, right?
Yeah, I started.
A lot of girls got on there like straight away dancing, and we were cringing, and then all of a sudden everyone's on there.
I started doing like football skills on TikTok when I was bored. That is honestly,
what I mean?
That's when I started like filming. Like,
that's when you were like creating rather than just.
And I'll send you some of it as well, so you can.
Please
dash it on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's this creation versus consumption loop that I feel like we're trying to go against right now, innit? Because we consume so much, and I'm sure you guys have distracted yourselves with random YouTube videos while you're cooking and that. Like, can you give an example of when you were consuming too much in lockdown?
I was watching Sidemen Reacts.
Yeah.
That is just from pointless videos, but
you know what it is? It's just feel good stuff. It's just something in the background to keep your senses heightened.
Recently, I've been watching Simon Wilson. I don't know if you heard of him.
I don't know. No.
He's like he travels. He's like a traveling guy and a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So he did like the 7 wonders of the world in 7 days. He has like Hong Kong with no money, Dubai with no money, and
I have seen it.
Yeah, you've seen that.
I have seen it.
Yeah, it's such a good thing.
Because it pops up on the recommended, obviously, you know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what else am I watching? I don't know.
But that's what I feel like we're trying to get away from, isn't it? It's that pointless watching for no reason, just taking 40 minutes of your time. And even though you might have been doing something else in the background, because you're trying to pay attention to the video as well, your productivity is like 50%.
Yeah, you know, it's half-assed everything,
You know?
isn't it?
So I think because we have a creative outlet, and I guess if people out there can find their own creative outlet, I think it will bode for them really well.
Definitely.
You know, because it keeps the brain sharp as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Literally.
in the same way as reading every day.
For me, it was like it wasn't YouTube. It wasn't really YouTube.
You probably
for me.
want that.
Reading every day.
Reading every day.
Oh god.
I honestly, you know what I do? I just read 2 pages minimum.
Of what?
Just
Anything.
any book, any like self-development book or like stuff around what I want to do, like marketing. Because I want to do an agency after this podcast. You might see it through the cracks or maybe a little sneak peeks, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, in terms of your side hustle, sorry, I need to go back to this point because this is what the podcast is about.
I love podcasts because you just go off on a random tangent. You can end up anywhere.
Literally.
Anywhere.
And it makes it a ball for him to edit.
So you do the editing, yeah?
Yeah, I'm the one doing the editing and that.
See, I do all the editing for mine. Obviously,
this
because it's only me.
He's a trooper, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Veteran, man. Veteran.
So, like, obviously you've got one camera, but like when I've got 3 cameras, so if imagine like me and you on a podcast, for example, and there's like 3 cameras. So one will be on you, one will be on me, and one will be a wide angle.
Yeah.
And then I got the wide angle's got no mic, so I got to look at what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then match it to
match
the
it up.
audio.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult, but like, I think podcasts are quite easy to edit. It's just you just watch the talking.
Yeah.
Get challenges take a very long time to edit.
Yeah,
you got to include like the memes and all of that. Like the music and the memes is the longest part because the raw footage, obviously you were there, so you actually know what's happened. But the music and the memes take the longest time to do, which is effort. But at uni I did like some editing stuff, so I enjoy editing.
Yeah.
So if someone doesn't enjoy editing, do you enjoy editing?
It depends, innit?
Depends.
Depends. Sometimes I'll be like, this video.
It depends on the video, I think.
Surely this video shouldn't be too bad because it's just us talking back and forth.
Yeah,
you got to cut out like the
Nah, but
location parts.
you don't understand. Like we never did this shit before.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, we were going on huge tangents.
Well, he was going on huge tangents.
I was speaking. He just wasn't speaking, basically. Because
see.
that's what the dynamic was, and now it's sort of come a little bit more towards the middle.
Like, you know,
but those tangents to edit must have been a bullet.
Bro, because you would go for like, normal people would be like, let's say.
Because I had notes, remember? So I was.
How do I throw in that? I think I've gone off on a few tangents.
Yeah, but the thing is,
yeah, but your tangents are disciplined, innit? So
they're
they
disciplined,
have a point.
and there's still something you can take away from it, innit? But the tangents you went on. All right, let's say you're in a class. It's hot outside. You know, it's summer. You're in a class. The teacher's just going on and on and on, and you're just
waiting for the bell.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the bell, and that's how Mizanah was.
That's how it was.
Literally.
That's how it was before, and I'm glad we cut a lot of that.
So now you're a
shit
veteran. Now you learned from your mistakes. Now you're a veteran.
Well, I mean that's what we're trying to do, innit? We're just trying to learn from all of our
Do you know the
blunders.
exact date when your first video was uploaded?
No, I don't even
No.
know.
17th of August, I think.
Really?
I think it was September.
It's August.
Was it?
The
right.
trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
the 20-second trailer that we have on our channel. But yeah, no, that's just kind of how we track when new people come in. So you can obviously go and see the stats on the spreadsheet that I have over there.
Yeah, up to what you.
So I like the marketing side of things.
Yeah, so I think what you're talking about, I've done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So like with milestones, when I hit 100, I can't remember when that was. It's on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I hit 100, then like 200, 300, 400. I've written the exact dates of when I hit it. So that might call me sad, but.
No, but you know you're immersing yourself into what you're passionate about.
That's an achievement.
Which, you know, like everyone can cringe at that, whatever, but you have to respect it at the same time, you know.
I guess.
Like we might have ridiculed you before when we started.
Yeah.
But now we realize like how much effort actually goes into this shit.
It is a lot of effort, to be fair. Like,
shit, man. So yeah, show him some love, bro. Obviously, go to his channel.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, back to the side hustle point, yeah. So you do football coaching that supplements your income. It gives you a little bit more of a bonus, especially after uni when you realize that the job market's hard and all of this shit, right? I know there's other people out there who might not have a creative outlet, but they might be really skilled at maths. And I have a friend who does tuition on the side and has like, I think 50 clients rotating.
That's good.
Which is amazing.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's more than a lot, folks.
Bro, and he's killing it. Yeah. And they see the clients every like 3 weeks or something. Not even that much. just for like 2-hour checkup.
I don't know if you want to go forward a bit because you're not really in shot.
You always do that.
I've done it on Ermi's video as well, innit? I'm always like,
It's calm, you're not meant to be here.
I'm not meant to be, bro. They could just
Lean back.
What I found when I do podcasts, right? You know how I've got the table.
Yeah.
So when I do a podcast, if your hands are here, you look very nervous.
Yeah.
But if your hands are out here,
Yeah.
it's like you look more confident. So like a couple of my podcast guests, shout out Kane Francis 6, I think that's your Instagram.
Yeah.
He started off like that, but then when he looked like that, he looked very, very confident, and he's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, it's just opening yourself up, innit?
Literally,
Especially if he's a bodybuilder, you can't be saying like that, bro.
That's why I'm not going like this. That's why I'm not going like this. Because if I'm like this, I think I look nervous. But if I'm like this, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about anyway. But
oh mate, I don't know why, but that bodybuilder story made me think about one time where I was doing door to door, right?
Yeah.
So you probably don't know much about me, so
okay.
let me let you in a little bit.
I was using this as an excuse to talk about your life.
Shut up. This is the point. Alright, so I was doing door to door sales right before uni because I took a gap year and I wanted to work for 6 months alongside it. I got like scammed into this pyramid scheme essentially where I was making commission sales. I got £50 per sale, right? And I was in Hackney one time in blocks of flats. So I was going up with an iPad, suit, sort of like, I wasn't that confident then, but I was obviously building up my confidence through that outlet. And I met this huge bodybuilder guy, like 6 foot. I actually have the picture, so I'll put it over there.
What, you took a picture of him?
No, because I made the sale, right? But at the beginning, I was so intimidated, bro.
Well, you have to take a picture of them when you make a sale.
No, you didn't have to, but because he was huge, I was like, fuck it. You know, because then I can tell the rest of people at the office, blah, 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 and then, you know, like, try to make friends, you know what I mean? Right. But yeah, and he just intimidated me for 5 minutes, like, acting as if I was police, innit, because I knocked the door quite hard.
Yeah.
So for 5 minutes, he intimidated me, and then he was like, actually, no, I'm completely joking, like, let's just, you can do the sale, like, I know what you're doing is good, trying to save me gas and electric. Made £50 that day. But
nice.
Off that sale.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, no, it's just these stupid coincidences that happen in life, innit? And I pinpoint those kind of moments to my growth. Do you have any moments yourself where you can pinpoint it?
Wait, what was the question? You pinpoint what?
Where, so that moment there was a pinnacle for my growth because I was like, I can be way more confident. I used to get more intimidated and now I don't get that intimidated in social settings. And I attribute it to that specific point.
Right, okay.
That conversation with that guy.
Okay.
Where he made me feel at ease.
Okay, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So my first day working as a coaching company,
so
I've never worked with kids before.
Yeah.
So they put me in an after school football club for like year 1 and 2. That was with like 18 kids by myself.
Yeah.
So that's the first day at my first coaching company I worked for. The first day at the coaching company I work for now, I'm super confident. Like, I know what I'm doing. I even got, obviously, the goalkeeping stuff. I got asked to do like the elite academy kids.
Yeah.
So now I know my ability. I know that I'm not the nervous coach I was when I come out of uni. And now I know I'm the confident coach who can even, so, okay, recently I got asked to do hockey coaching.
Okay, which is different for you.
Yeah. So it's similar. You can do similar drills because it's like football with a stick. Yeah. So that's how I see it. But then one of the kids was like, how long have you been the hockey coach for? And I'm not actually a hockey coach, but I've been taught how to coach it, but I don't have like the qualification saying, oh, you are level 1, level 2, etc. I was like, 3 years. So then obviously he bought that because of the quality of coaching that I was obviously giving him. He must have been, this guy's actually done this for 3 years. But obviously I have done it for 3 years, but not as with a qualification, just as in PE lessons, after school clubs here and there. So obviously I'm a more confident coach as I am. Now, if that was me on the first day, I'd probably be like, I've never done it before. And then he'd be like, what's this guy doing? Got a clue.
And then he'd like look at you like,
exactly.
I'm not going to respect this guy, I'm going to mess around.
Yeah, and my behaviour management at the start for kids was shocking. But again, I'm going to refer back to the hockey coaching. Now, when I had it, I could tell the moment they come and stand on the line, they're going to talk, they're rude, they're just going to talk over me. So I wasn't aggressive, but I was very like forceful. So I'm like, right, you're going to listen to me when I'm talking, this and that. Yeah. But half an hour later, they were like all listening, and I'm like, okay, you know the boundary now.
Yeah.
So I can joke around with you a little bit, but not
Not
we're
too
not
much.
taking the piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but actually
Nah,
he's
it's
sworn on it. But
Yeah, he swore.
I'm not used to swearing on YouTube.
Fuck yeah!
But yeah, like I feel more of a confident coach.
Mm.
You build up that relationship with your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids you coach.
Yeah.
I work in a school at the moment. I see them 4 days a week doing coaching, being a TA.
And obviously, if you weren't firm at that first point, your next couple years is going to be shocking because you have no respect for 2 years.
Exactly.
Kids will ridicule you. You go home thinking about it. Probably put into your next ChinWag podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you start swearing randomly.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just don't want to do that.
I love my job. I've got so many stories to tell on like when I get home and like share with like my family. So I love my job. I love what I do. It's like I just love it, man. Like that's the most important thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love life.
Literally, man.
Yeah, man. It took me a while to get to a point.
Let me just.
Yo,
Yo, man.
I forgot where we left off.
Yeah, I mean.
Can I do the side hustling point?
Alright, done.
Oh no, I've already done it.
Yeah, you've already done it. Every minute, man.
Every
It's like
minute.
side hustling.
It's like 3 times. Like, and
No,
we go back to
we
that.
went on like 10 tangents until we got there, so forgive me for trying to go back. But any closing thoughts, any closing statements?
Subscribe to my YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
subscribe to Ali Chin,
Subscribe
man.
to these lot as well. But
Yeah,
if you're watching
come
this, you probably are.
Yeah, legit.
Better be subscribed, man.
Look at them when you say that.
No, I'm scared.
Try and
man.
intimidate them.
I can't
Like that
intimidate.
muscle up guy.
I'm scared of them. I'm scared of them, man. They're gonna come after me.
You're scared of them.
Innit?
Press the red button on his face.
Ah.
It's on his
Anything else you want to say? Anything you want to promote? Any more shout outs you want to give?
Shouts? No, not really, because I've
Are you sure, man?
What
Come
can
on,
they
man.
expect from you next?
What can you expect from me? By the time this video is out, probably I would have filmed with a pro footballer who's shout out. Yeah, I do have a shout out. Actually.
Yeah.
His name is Mauro.
You thought he was done. He wasn't done.
Mauro Villette. I think that's how you pronounce his surname. He played for Dagenham and Redbridge.
Yeah.
So big up to Mauro for doing the podcast. I really appreciate that. Warren and Richard are going to do a rematch.
Yeah, they need to, man. Richard got violated.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, it was a kind of peak, but
it was painful to watch, you know.
I got Warren and my good friend Sajad coming on my channel to do another quiz. I got RG being on my podcast, Taekwondo silver.
He's the real G.
He's Taekwondo World Championship silver medalist, and his little brother Rico. Shout out Rico, is my cameraman for Kodak. So shout out yourself, Rico. Gonna do brother versus brother quiz. And yeah, man, I got a few more podcasts lined up with some coaches, a few other people. So yeah, man, future's looking good. Challenge will be back when it's less cold and wet.
Yes. Yeah, because we're not slipping and sliding outside.
Yeah, it's kind of long. It's long.
No wet full sign. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.